Hey there everyone, this is James Fess, and I'm going to be through hiking the Northville Placid Trail in the Adirondack Park, and this is a gearless video for that through hike. I recently through hiked the Appalachian Trail, and in September of 2016 I through hiked the Long Trail in Vermont, and since then my gear's changed. I've gotten a little bit more experience, and I decided to post a gearless video for this through hike. There's actually one big difference in this through hike in terms of my gear. I'm not bringing a tent, I'm not bringing a bivvy, I'm not bringing a hammock. I'm going to rely exclusively on the shelters and the lean-tos found along the Northville Placid Trail. There's plenty of them. There's about an average of less than 10 miles, I think like 8.5 or 9 miles between shelters. So plenty of opportunity to stay at a shelter each day. So starting out, my ULA Circuit backpack. It's about 65 liters. This is the backpack I used on the Long Trail, used it on the Appalachian Trail, and I love it. It has served me well. It really hasn't shown much sign of deterioration aside from a few frayed seams and fibers. On the inside, I've got a trash bag liner, trash compactor bag. It's the same one I had on the Appalachian Trail, but it's still in pretty good condition, so I'm using it again. Next to my backpack is my rain cover, pack cover. It's in this little stuff sack, and it's next to my bear rope because I use the stuff sack for rocks. I load this up with rocks, throw it over a branch tied to this rope, and then I hang my bear bag, which is that over there. Moving on to the sleep system, I've got the Western Mountaineering Summerlight 32-degree sleeping bag, and I've got the Sea to Summit ultralight insulated sleeping pad with the ultralight Aeros Sea to Summit pillow. I love this thing, but it did break at this seam, so it's a little bulgy, but I don't inflate it all the way, and it's still very comfy, so I'm taking it, keeping it. This pad stuff fits into this stuff sack, and it all comes with a patch kit, so that's pretty nice. Moving on to my hiking clothes and gear, I've got the Lecky Cork-Lite trekking poles, same ones I used on the Appalachian Trail, but I recently changed the tips on them, so that's pretty nice. I've also got duct tape and Gorilla Tape wrapped around the handles, or not the handle rather, but the shaft. I've got synthetic Reebok underwear, boxer briefs. I've got synthetic gym shorts with pockets and a zipper pocket. I like that because stuff isn't falling out when you're hiking. The Reebok synthetic t-shirt is what I'm wearing for my torso. I've got Injinji socks. These are kind of worn, but they do prevent blisters in between your toes, so that's pretty nice. I'm working with those until they're worn, and then I've got a few extra pairs of socks for at camp and if I need an extra pair while hiking. For shoes, I've got my Merrell trail glove. They're pretty minimalist, very similar to Vibram Five Fingers, and they're actually considered barefoot shoes, but I do wear socks with them. Don't really know what to say about that, but I do love them. And I've got Outdoor Research gaiters. These are meant to protect and prevent your shoes and socks from getting dirt, rocks, sticks, etc. wedged and lodged in them. So they basically go around your ankle and over the shoe. There is supposed to be a Velcro thing back here to attach them, so I've got to super glue some Velcro on there. I've also got my Appalachian Trail hat. I'm going to be wearing that pretty much every day. Backup clothes. I've got a backup pair of the Reebok synthetics, 3 pairs of socks. I've got a pair of Darn Toughs here. This pair of Wright socks, I like them. They're kind of double linered, so they're kind of like their own liner. Very breathable, very nice. And then just another pair of merino wool Browning socks. I think that's what the brand is, just a general brand of socks. I've got a North Face fleece. This is going to be my insulating layer if it gets cold at camp. I doubt it's going to be cold enough to wear that while hiking, but I have it. I've also got this in case I get wet. or in case it's too cold while hiking. I'm gonna wear that. It's nice, breathable, sort of. It buttons down, opens up. It's nice. I've got the Patagonia Torrent Shell rain jacket. Love this thing. No rain jacket is going to prevent you from sweating on the inside, so you're going to be wet. You'll learn that if you thru-hike the Appalachian Trail, but you don't want to sacrifice having a rain jacket. Rain pants. I did get rid of these on the Appalachian Trail. Wish I didn't. Wish I kept them, taking them with me. I'm really assuming it's going to be wet on the Northville Placid Trail. Up here I've got my maps. This map has the, I suppose, the southernmost the southernmost third, the middle third, and then this trail has the northernmost third of the trail. It spans through the whole Adirondack Park, and yeah, I'm gonna follow those maps. I've got a pen in case I need to make any marks. I did mark this one. There are some reroutes at the very beginning in Northville. I've already marked those, good to go there. And I do have a compass. Really doubt I'm gonna need it, but in case I do, I've got it. For water filtration, I've got the Sawyer Squeeze. Same one that I had on the Appalachian Trail. I cleaned it. It's very nice now. I've got the bag. I'll fill this up, screw it on, squeeze it into my water bottles. One difference is I'm not bringing my Nalgene's. I'm gonna buy smart water bottles. Smart water bottles are gonna be lighter than the Nalgene's, and yeah, you're gonna save weight. Like I said, got my food bag. It's got in it now about 4.5 days worth of food. I really only see it taking me about 3.5 days to get to Long Lake, where I'm going to do my resupply for the last couple days. It's all in this Outdoor Research 20-liter bag, dry bag, stuff sack, roll top style, and I'll be hanging this from trees at night. Thru-hikers might be kicking me or scoffing at me for bringing an extra day's worth of food, but it is what it is. Electronics, starting with my headlamp. No fancy brand here, Utilitech. It's got the white light and the red light. That's all I really care about. Fresh batteries in that bad boy, and so that's not going to run out. Fresh batteries in this guy too. I actually got this on my last hike in the Adirondacks. It's a light, Eddie Bowers the brand, and yeah, it hangs. It's got this little like carabiner style clip. Hangs from the shelter essentially, so if I get to a shelter and it's empty and it's late at night and I'm still awake, I'm gonna throw that bad boy up there and not waste my headlamp battery. I've got my iPod Shuffle with headphones, its charger. I've got a wall charger, flicks out for the outlet, and 2 USB ports. I've got my phone charger, the long one, and this little guy is a converter adapter for my phone for the headphones. Converts the auxiliary to my lightning port. Apple, you dirty people. And the Aukey 10,000 milliamp charger. It's got 2 USB ports. I can charge 2 things at once with it. It's pretty nice. This could charge my phone 4 times. I don't see myself charging my phone 4 times over a week, but between my GoPro, which I'm filming this video on, and my iPod, I think the 10,000 milliamp will be fine. Down here I've got toiletries. I've also got TP and hand sanitizer, self-explanatory there for digging holes. I'm not bringing a trowel. I've been able to make it do with my trekking poles and my heel, just smacking the heel into the ground, making a little hole that way. In here I've got anything from, I guess I'll just go down the list, Neosporin, alcohol wipes, petroleum jelly, toothbrush, toothpaste, toenail clippers, moleskin, medical tape, ibuprofen, and all of this is like just a little bit of each. You know, I cut my toothbrush, all that. I've got like a half little thing of toothpaste. I'm really trying to only bring what I might use and might need on this hike. Aside from, I guess, this stuff, this is the extras. I've got my butt pad. On the butt pad, I've got my keys, lighter, not really extra. That's going to be, you know, needed. If I start a fire, I'm not bringing a cook set though, so that is another difference. But I'm not going to need this to light my stove, I guess. Knife, probably won't need it too much, but just in case. And Zen in the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance. I just started this book, pretty good. I am going to bring it with me in case I have some free time and want to read. I might not, I don't know. Still haven't fully decided. But the keys, I'm driving to Northville. My parents are going to meet me in Lake Placid and drive me back to my car. And so I'm parking it there, and I'm going to need my keys to get back. And I've got a cooling towel, hydroactive. It's one of those towels that when it gets wet, it gets cold. So if I get really hot, cool this thing down. And it also is just going to be the towel that I wipe general things up with if I, you know, whatever. If you're a hiker, you get it. And bug net, I don't really see it being too buggy, but you never know. And if it isn't, I could just use this as a stuff sack, you know, whatever bag, ditty bag that I just hold things in, and it weighs pretty much nothing, so I'm not really worried about carrying that. That's it in a nutshell. I will put everything in the backpack and show you what it looks like in the backpack now. So this is what it's like when it's fully packed. I weighed it in earlier and it's about 24 pounds. That's with full food and water. That's the lightest I've had my backpack starting out a thru hike. Not as light as some people go, but I'm pretty happy about that. My experience hiking the Appalachian Trail, my experience hiking the Long Trail, along with the shorter distance of this thru hike, allowed me to really dial into what I'm bringing on this hike in terms of comfort and what I can, you know, manage to deal with when I'm out in the woods. Really looking forward to hiking the Northville Placid Trail. I'm looking forward to seeing the Adirondacks, a place that I've spent a lot of time throughout my life in this unique way, day by day and foot by foot. And yeah, that's about it. If anyone has any questions, feel free to leave any comments. Like this video, even feel free to share it, and we'll spread the good word of hiking. Happy trails, y'all.